Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a prompter, neither is it um, that I'm on my iPhone. It's actually the remote control for my Z5 camera, the Nikon. I'm using the kit lens, I believe it's 24 to 200. The long end I'm sure of, the short end I think it is 24. Anyway, I zoom in a little bit so I can, be in the frame decent enough. I could even zoom in a little more if 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 you see this, so I get that even better, center myself in the screen. And I have all kinds of adjustment possibility here, but they are over once you hit that record button. And right now it looks like my picture is bright enough. The camera does. I have it on manual because was that app that I'm going to put down now. For a moment, I can adjust everything. You can also run it on program mode, then it does the adjusting for you, and that is good too. I wanted to test this video function out on that Nikon. It's on 1080, so that's high definition. I haven't tried the 4K for videos on YouTube, and the kind of content I have, typically 1080 is just fine. It seems to be a good picture. So it works really lovely with in conjunction with my iPhone. That's my remote. It doesn't have a tally light like the Fuji S10 does on the camera, but it does, have a very lovely app. It doesn't have a swivel screen, so it's not for that selfie kind of thing. You do have to use your iPhone to get that, and it's nice. It has a slight delay, like almost any monitor has, almost. You gotta judge I gotta judge the picture brightness and so on by my screen. So these I think they call them talking head videos. They're not difficult to make. I do whatsoever use a Zoom recorder with a mid-side capsule on it that I have purchased a while ago. I come from the music end actually, years back, but I have that and I hook it up. It has a lovely line in, and it also does actually have a headphone that I have connected and can understand, my sound is working. Does it distort? I don't know. It doesn't sound like it, and I do not see that the sound on the app. I see my visual, the shutter speed and the f-stop, the ISO I use to adjust the brightness of the whole thing, and I can also click, and then I just have purely, maybe I can show you this, well, purely that the screen. If I click that little arrow, then my values come up. I can only adjust them when I don't record, so I'll take them back out. So it's a lovely monitor, so you can make sure that you are in the frame or whatever you want in the frame. It also shows a box drawn around my head. It doesn't have eye detection. It detects your face and your head on the Z5. I don't know the other Z6 and 7 and 6.2 and 7.2. I don't know, but this one is a lovely little camera. It works very good and has a very good picture quality. But you know, I've been used to the Fuji system, and I love that. What I love about Nikon is the quality of their lenses. They are making glass in a traditional. You can watch a video about that. Their lenses is really is when they have them is really good. It's a whole village, if I am informed correctly, that makes the lenses, and their glass is truly outstanding. The Z glass or the Z for these new cameras is light, and the whole thing is very portable, full frame that gives you whatever properties that has. I don't want to call it advantage, because I'm not sure if in what areas it is advantage. I guess light gathering, and the Z mount is what they promote so much. They widen the mount of the base of the lens so they can gather light better, make the glass a little larger, I guess. And the lenses are wide open, very sharp. You don't have to stop them down. So a 1.8 is truly very usable at 1.8 and 2.8 lens and so forth. Often you stop down to get maximum sharpness, but the Z lenses promise that's not necessary, and so far I find that promise true. I only have two lenses for them, the one on the camera, and I have a 35 1.8, and man, it's very sharp, it's very nice, and is a very capable little video camera. Actually, you can change focusing modes while the camera is running, and I have this model airplane hobby where I filmed the other day, and it's lovely to change a focal, because a certain focal range, a focus mode works really well when the airplanes are in the sky and you don't have to do very little. The whole frame focuses automatically very well, and as soon as they land, it's nice to switch over to much more of a, I forget what they call it, but it's much more on the spot, and so forth. I like it. You can also switch from full frame to crop while the camera is running. So if you have a 200 and you want to see a little bit more, well, you can switch on to the crop mode on the fly and get a more close-up without changing lenses, obviously. The picture quality when is like I said, very good for me. What I do with it, I'm not a movie maker. I'm just a regular user with my hobbies, like then with this product videos or other videos that where I talk. I have also been known to sometimes grab my guitar and play a song that I wrote so many years ago, and it does it justice too. As I have learned, sound is tremendously important. If you don't have if you don't have a good sound, it's more important even as a good picture, within reason, you know. But so it has a recording time from what is that? Let me put my glasses on so it show of a total you can do 30 minutes, half an hour, and that's quite a bit. The face recognition works good. It's good enough for video. There's very good videographers. They film weddings. Was that camera, because it has the dual SD card slots that allow you not to lose your work. You can have a backup, and the wedding guys, they like, or girls, they like that, because you can't easily redo it. So it has that, and the price is phenomenal these days on that Nikon. It seems almost like the full frame camera for the masses. Count me in. Anyway, I'm trying it out. I deliver this to you and to me, so I can see. I was skeptic about, or am. It has the photographers love a screen that just is in line with the whole thing and doesn't swivel out. Well, some of them. I'm one of them, and so I love that for photography. But it doesn't swivel out, and I was very skeptic how and so but that Snap Rich, I guess it's called, app from Nikon works really well, and you can adjust your picture there on manual, or let the camera do it on program. You can also go aperture priority in these things, but why not manual? Then you can do everything. You can monitor your sound with headphones, so you can be sure that you're not distorting. And you can also turn the camera around when you first set up and see that it has the meter, and you can set it also on automatic. Then it does the metering for you. But when you record music, you don't want that, because you have a dynamic in da 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 da, and you want the camera not adjust every dynamic out of it. You want that dynamic preserved within reason. The modern little recorders have usually a little compressor built in, which does some compressing for you, and so on. It seems all very fine. It's a full frame setup, and I think I hang on to it and keep it around, and wait until I'm into bird photography, until they offer a Z-mount, native Z-mount, let's say 500 millimeter, 600 millimeter wildlife lens. Typically, what are they? 200 to 600, somewhere there, 150 to 500 or so. Because its Z-mount glass is very light, and I'm looking to stay around a rig for that, for around 2 kilogram. Right now, that is achievable with some Sigma lenses, if they wouldn't be on back order so badly. But you have to use their F2C adapter, which I'm not keen of. I would like to have a Z camera with native Z mount lenses. So I use my, where is it? My trusted Olympus camera, which is micro four thirds, what a contrast, huh? But it's a light rig. You can. I have a separate little video where I talk about it a bit. It has it's a 800 millimeter in full frame terms, and that's good for my bird photography right now. I believe it also has bird eye detection, and so I don't necessarily need it, but Who does really? But anyway, it's a lovely thing to have, the bird eye detection, and until I can have a native lens and a Z native for wildlife, I just use what's available. The 200mm that I bought in the kit was the Z5, is fantastic for model airplanes. And now I discovered that you on the fly can do the crop mode versus the full frame mode, so I get even a little more reach, 1.5 more, so that's about a 350. That certainly is enough for model airplanes when I want to film those, and I have nothing but good things to say about the Nikon. The handling, the menus. Also, there's plenty of people talking about it on informational, instructional on YouTube. That's important, that you have. I'm not a big manual reader, so you can on YouTube get a lot of information to learn about the camera, but you can also switch it on automatic and shoot beautiful pictures. The dynamic range, sharpness, all that is just great. The JPEGs out of I'm an old JPEG user. Out of camera, they're lovely. A little bit of sharpness added on the editing software. I use an app, and some of my very beautiful pictures come out of it. So I like the Z5 camera and what it delivers. I figured my video might help you on your purchase decision. My goodness, I still have 12 minutes left, so I've been trying to pack it in a little bit, even so I'm not the fastest talker. And this is basically my user experience with some of my opinions, and also some factual stuff like the lens, the resolution, But a lot of times we give our opinions. I like this, I like that. And the viewfinder, I gotta pack that in these Nikon Z cameras are truly remarkable, beautiful, and large. That is a key reason, because it makes the actual video taking, when I shoot airplanes, for example, or birds for that matter, it was the camera. It makes that experience very pleasant. It was large viewfinder. Sometimes you crammed into these little ones, and even so, you don't wish they work, they do the job, but it's not. It's like lanes and luxury white lanes in supermarkets, Quoting Seinfeld here, or some TV show. Well, lanes and luxury white. Like I think Kramer said that. Luxury white lanes as he was doing some parking lot design. Anyway, it's a luxury. It's luxury size, and the resolution is 3.6 million dots. But the glass, that delivers that eye finder experience to you is Nikon glass, and that sets it apart from others. Maybe like the XT4 from Fuji. I had that for a while, and I never really. Well, the resolution is good. It's big enough, and it's not bad. But it's not like the Nikon. It's a glass by itself, or notches up from that, and I hope I like the video. So anyway, I see you soon, and thank you very much for tuning in and listening. So I'm gonna pick my app up again. I could cut this out easily later when I added it in my little iMovie program, but I also want you to see, because it's user related. So I have that here, then I can push the stop button, which I do now, and then it's all over. Bye bye.